Alright. Kommt zurück bei Mass Effect Andromeda.
You have new email.
Das dachte ich mir. How to act tough, okay.
I hope the Solarians find their place on the Nexus.
We came to Andromeda because we had a contribution to make. The Ket won't take that away.
Jetzt kommen aber die Quest gerade wieder rein. Phoebe?
Hey, are you okay? I shudder to think what the Archon meant to do with you. And I hated watching you die like that. I think of myself as daring and death-defying, but you?
I'm very competitive.
You are daring. I had upped my game.
Well, you win. Jackass. Just don't get yourself exalted, okay? That asshole means to ketify us all.
Can't let that happen.
But he's close. He's almost figured out Krogan. It's the scariest thing. Ugh. Let's talk about something else, okay?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Ich hoffe, dass alles funktioniert. Keine Ahnung. Mein Mod ist installiert. Ich kann jetzt echt nur hoffen, dass das Spiel einfach mitmacht mit dem, was ich will. Jetzt haben wir wieder viele Sachen vor uns. Kleine Lichtboxen zu sehen. Das ist schade, aber das ist vorher auch schon so durchaus mal gewesen. People of this ship. Where the fuck are you? Not around here. Ow. Yo.
Liam's idea about watching vids together.
Movie night? He delayed again, out of respect for the Krogan.
Good. From what I've seen, your vids are flat. They're only seen and heard. Angara vids use tiny electrodermal signals. You feel it through your skin.
Klingt
I
hart.
spoke to Gil. We have time to rig up a system to mimic it. If we can acquire the right components.
Sounds total geil irgendwie.
That sounds amazing. Let's do it.
The components we need should be sold on Aya. Let's be vigilant.
Klingt doch gut.
Ryder, what a victory. Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
Immer noch einiges vor uns, aber es geht abwärts, seit wir hier sind für ihn und daran wird sich nichts ändern.
A victory feels good, and there's more to come.
You have a good team here, Ryder.
Yeah, seems to be working out okay.
If you'd like, I can provide crew training about embracing emotions.
Oh. Okay, I'll think about that.
Okay, let me know.
Auf jeden Fall.
I'll see you later, Joel.
Stay strong and clear.
You know it. Das heißt, wenn ich mal online gehen kann, geht mir trotzdem ein bisschen auf die Eier, muss ich sagen, aber es ist jetzt halt wie es ist und zu diesem Durchlauf bleibt die Mod auf jeden Fall aktiviert. Oder? Ach, das macht mich wahnsinnig. Da kommen irgendwelche Patches, die eigentlich nichts bringen. Alles komplizierter machen. Nur weil ich eine verdammte schwule Romanze eingehen muss.
Digest it without heavy processing. Cellulolysis would be hugely inefficient.
Are you still trying to figure out how to eat Helios flora?
Oh, shoot. I was talking out loud again, wasn't I?
Ach, Suvi. Adorable girl.
Yes, whatever it is.
Okay, ich habe hier Flirting wieder. Das sieht schon besser aus.
I like it when you flirt. I wouldn't want you to stop.
Have I flirted with you? Don't worry, Ryder. I'm relentless. It relaxes me.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Sehr gut.
Yes, whatever it is.
Sehr gut.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Theoretisch müssten ja die Romanzen-Trigger alle gespeichert sein beim Save. Von daher können wir nur davon ausgehen, dass alles funktioniert haben sollte und funktionieren sollte. Wo ist Gil jetzt hin? Der stand vorher noch hier. Hier ist er. What up, dude?
Hey, you're 2 for 2.
What do you mean?
2 times face to face with the Archon. 2 times you spit in said face, figuratively speaking, of course.
We were nose to nose this time. Some spit might have hit the mark.
That's a two-way street, Ryder. Ugh. Bastards trying to exalt us all, huh? That's what all this is about.
Could be.
Typically, I like high-stakes games, but I'd rather be sitting at the kiddie table this time.
Bis später.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Allein der Fakt, dass Herzoptionen bei anderen Charakteren zur Verfügung stehen, zeigt eigentlich, dass die Applying of the Mod jetzt hier funktioniert haben muss. Was eine gute Sache ist. Ja, dann kann ich jetzt nur hoffen, dass meine Beziehungsstati noch so stehen, wie sie sind. Davon ist aber eigentlich auszugehen, oder? Ich denke schon. Ich muss echt besser aufpassen. Vor allem in einem Spiel, wo man nicht einfach mal Schluss machen kann. Was ich ehrlich gesagt ziemlich doof finde.
You realize that even if I do find it, it's gonna cost you.
And you know I'm always true to my word, so just get it done. I'm hearing the Ket activity's down. I bet the Archon's still nursing his wounds. That means he can be beaten. The Ket can be beaten. People are waking up to that.
Didn't sound like you were discussing Ket over comms when I walked in, though.
Wasn't. I have a friend keeping a lookout for a lamp. One brought from home, but stolen in the revolt.
I didn't think you were so sentimental.
I'm not the only one. Suvi has her father's antique instruments, Cora her Asari prayer book, and Liam has the junk that Liam collects.
Ein Auto und eine
These
Couch.
things are important. They remind us where we came from.
Das stimmt auf jeden Fall. Man muss auch sowas dabei haben. Ein Blick nach vorne, aber ein Blick zurück sollte auch immer erlaubt sein.
I know what you mean. I never want to forget what I left behind.
Even as we look forward to the future. Yes,
So what's so special about this lamp?
it's awful. It's got a butt-naked Asari for the stand, and she's holding a moon.
Nice.
One of your prized possessions is a really ugly lamp?
Klingt furchtbar
The
geil.
foreman at my first job had this lamp. When he was mean, I'd focus on it so he wouldn't see me upset. Now I keep it so I remember where I started. Most of my life was doing stuff to survive, taking shit from assholes, or being one. I don't have to do that anymore. I can start over. Something honest.
Haha, honest. Das ist der Ernste mal. Ach, was sind das für Antworten, ey?
Honest work? Vetra, you'd be an awful farmer.
Yeah, you don't know that. Point is, I could be anything. For a while, I didn't care that I'd lost the lamp. Everything was a mess and it just didn't matter. But we've made progress, Ryder. Small things matter again. People are daring to dream.
Sehr gut, da ist das Herz. Das bedeutet, alles sollte im Lot sein. Ja, und Scheiß, wird aber schön, auch mal hier diese ein bisschen sentimentale Seite von ihr zu hören.
It's nice seeing you like this.
I know. I like being able to let go and do something for myself for once. Let's hope this is just the start, huh? I feel like things are finally going our way, for real. Getting the Solarians back, that's huge. I just wish we didn't have to sacrifice so many for it.
Das ist wohl wahr, aber ey, wir haben alle Arschen jetzt eingesammelt. Schon mal richtig, richtig gut.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Das weiß ich. Das weiß ich in der Tat. Wo ist der Rest? Der Rest meiner Crew. Hm. Truck, was machst du hier?
Move your arm again?
Readings won't change, Doc.
Your prosthetics are syncing properly. Your neuropathy-induced pain levels are consistent.
Hey, I'm used to it. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. You keep fighting smart, you hear me? You don't have much left in terms of organ redundancies.
Nah, it's fine. I don't mind.
What's all this about?
Follow-up scans. I keep a close eye on him.
What do you mean?
He's fine, just old and missing too many parts. And too stubborn for his own good.
You love me just the way I am, Doc.
Ich mag ihn auch.
Don't get off that table until the scan is done.
Can I ask what happened?
Arm, side, hip, part of my leg. Strain balancing threading across my spine. It's all prosthetics and implants.
That's a lot.
Made it through the Krogan rebellions. Watched my culture disintegrate. Survived centuries as a merc and all sorts of pirate shenanigans. 1,000 years of combat experience. All it took was one idiot with a pack of frag grenades.
It must have been hard.
Yeah, it got pretty bad. I hit some dark moments. Implant rejection after implant rejection. Prosthetics not syncing properly. Everything hurt. A lot. All the time. No purpose to anything.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. I fell right into that pit. Almost. But then some shaman shows up, drops the tiniest little baby girl in my lap. This one's dying, he said. Not worth the trouble, he says. Useless is what he meant.
That's awful.
It's practical. Krogan gave me a purpose again. Wasn't just about me anymore, so I got help. Learned how to take care of myself, take care of her. And she took care of me.
You found a way to live again.
We sure did. Wasn't easy on either of us. I'm old, stuck in my ways, and Cash has wanted to change everything since she could talk. Raising Kesh taught me an important lesson.
What lesson?
What was it?
Took me a while to figure it out, but it's important. Parents aren't meant to be a goal or a finish line. We're the starting line. Where you go from there, it's all you. Remember that.
Okay. Hab hier schon was erledigt, bevor ich meine E-Mails gelesen habe, aber alles gut. Lexi? Bei dir was Neues?
Ryder,
Ciao.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Da habe ich keinen Zweifel. Hora, da bist du.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
Natürlich.
You only have to ask.
I kept thinking about Sarissa and my not being a pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you.
Gerne. Space Hamster. Examine, was für eine sinnvolle
Hello, Ryder.
Interaktion.
Your choice aboard the Solarian Ark was not an easy one. Your father approached such moral quandaries differently.
Ach ja, wie denn?
Dad was used to making snap life or death decisions.
I now know that colored his perceptions. Alec treated death as a problem to be solved. I have now encountered it several times. His death and your own.
Ja, das ist eigentlich eine ganz schön crazy Aussage, dass ich schon mal gestorben bin, wenn man drüber nachdenkt. Irgendwelche Einblicke?
And what have you learned about dying from us?
The self is forged by experiences. Death is the only experience that ends the self before it's understood. So, is death completion? Or an expression cut short before it reaches its full solution, giving a different answer? I can see why it fascinates you.
Oh, selbstverständlich. Und, hast du noch einen Witz für mich, mein Freund? Oh,
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why do Elcor start stampedes?
Gute
Because
Frage.
they wish to be heard.
Oh. Ja?
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Sehr gut.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Hoch mit uns. Meet my true mother. From Jarl, Ryder. I've been telling my family about you and my time on the Tempest. I'd love for you to meet them and see where I grew up. My true mother, Sahuna, is especially interested in meeting you. Next time you're on Havarl, stop by. Gerne. Come meet Jill from Gil. Hey, next time you're on Eos, I'm meeting up with my buddy Jill. She'd love to meet you and I'm kinda sad you'd make an appearance. So don't make a liar out of me. Definitiv. Wisdom. From Moshai Siefa. Translated from Shalesh. Siefa. If you intend to fight the cat, you should understand the enemy as we do. There are still a few of us who remember what it was like when the cat first came, and how our lives changed once we discovered their true intentions. Learn what our elders have to teach you. I've told them you're coming and given the means of finding them on Aya. Verzeihung. With respect, Moshai Siefa. Mit Freude. Carrie's in trouble, from Hakim Barakat. Ryder, I'm Carrie's producer for the documentary. Something's happened. Come by when you're on the next snacks. We should talk. Hakim. Sehr gerne. Just checking in. From Cora. Reports from the Archon's flagship sounded pretty harsh. Hope you're doing okay. Something that gets me. When I can't stop thinking about what happened to the Solarians and the Krogan. is all those remnant artifacts the Archon had. This isn't just a mission for him, it's an obsession. I fought people like that before, who only have one thought in their head that burns everything else away. They get very dangerous very fast. Watching your back, Cora. One more try. From Gil. The Angara have a bar. Where PB got tipsy, she's a flirt, even alert, but sauced, she's a pixie. 60 hours straight keeping your ship afloat. Does it show? Okay. You okay? From Liam. Just putting this out here. Had a friend in Hustle, Dundee. We were clearing a hospital after an earthquake and she got hit with a chunk of rebar. Split her helmet, kept going. 4 minutes technically dead. But we got her into emergency stasis. Thing is, because they're so good at patching people up, she was back with us in a week and she shouldn't have been. Sure, Dundee's a vet. She'd seen some shit. But you don't walk that off. She worked at Craigside for a week, then disappeared for 5 months. She came back, but different. The other vets, they knew. Take the time if you need it. You don't die and just shake it off. Costa. Liam must include a list of media themed to survivors. Genres include war documentaries and a series of Solarian short films about the Ever Alert. Sehr schön. From Truck about Angaran guns. Man, Ryder, I thought I knew guns, but this Angaran shit, they really know how to make things to point and shoot. Was eyeing a couple on Aya when we were there. A sidearm called a Saphir and a sniper rifle. Isharai, I think they call it. Looked fancy. But I guess even their shifts are fancy. Glad we found aliens who know how to fight. Not sure I would feel if Andromeda was nothing but Pyjax or, Elcor. I'll take Cat over those chumps. Track. Stress relieving hobbies. From Lexi to Ryder. Okay. Ryder, I'm encouraging all crew members to take up stress relieving hobbies. Everyone, especially you, is under a lot of pressure. While taking up knitting may seem a waste of time, such activities release endorphins that clear clutter from our brains so we can solve tough problems and make better decisions. You don't have to choose any of the activities below, but I thought they might jog some ideas. Gardening, reading, knitting or crocheting, coloring or painting, journaling. I'm always here to talk if you need me. Lexi. Communication from Jarl. I'm writing to let you know that I've been receiving a lot of messages of congratulations from Resistance members who've heard of our victory against the Archon. It's not common knowledge, but it's hard to keep good news like that from spreading. We are hopeful people who are granted new hope. Imagine that excitement when we conquer Meridian and heal the cluster for all our people. Some nights I can't sleep because I'm dreaming of it. Jarl. Communication concerning movies. To Ryder from Jarl. Ryder. Liam's talking about a movie night, but when he explained it sounded lacking. At least compared to Angaranritz. Perhaps I can add what's missing. Come talk with me. Jarl. Facial reconstruction. From Lexi to Ryder. I've completed my analysis of the injuries you suffered on Habitat 7 during the fall. Well, both falls, including the facial damage incurred when your helmet shattered. Those hairline subsurface fractures are mending nicely. If you want to monitor the healing process, there's a facial reconstruction suit installed in the Tempest map bay. Exploring harsh environments can take its toll after all. The suit can make any desired adjustments to your appearance quickly and safely. Kalo claims the suit runs on integrated xenon. I think that's one of his little jokes. Lexi. Integrated xenon? Jetzt am Intel-Prozessoren? Ist gerade ein bisschen schade, dass offenbar die 2 E-Mails von Cora und Truck jetzt für mich nicht lesbar sind. Aber ich sehe anderen Kram, habe ich jetzt hier. Gil und Jill. Was ein Dream Team. Moment, meine 2 Helden hier reden. Suvi.
I need a break. Do you need a break? Let's go for a break.
Let's go for a break. Good idea.
Care for some tea, Ryder?
I'd love a cup.
It's a cultivar originating in Sumatra. My own personal stash. Once I run out, that'll be it for Earth tea.
No. Kannst du nicht anbauen?
I keep having these thoughts. I'm never gonna taste this again. I'm never gonna see that again.
You're not the only one, Subi. I have those senseless thoughts all the damn time.
And
Do they bother you?
It's natural. You'd have to be made of stone not to miss home sometimes.
The universe is like a giant tapestry. I love following its threads, but it distracts me from the whole picture. My family was right there, but I was too occupied by the abstract to appreciate them.
Was auch beides ist, aber du bist doch hier mit der Familie und der Wissenschaft wichtig ist, aber...
From everything you've told me, you're here because of your family. Your love of science. Doesn't that come from them? Aren't you with them every time you chase down a new discovery?
Ryder, that's beautiful.
My mother made the implant in my head, and my father created the AI that uses it. I haven't lost them either.
Thank you, Ryder.
Ach, Suvi. Was soll ich das schreibe jetzt hier? Ah, Pet, examine the pet. I wanted to pet my pet. If you know what I mean. Noch was?
Feeling all right? You were clinically dead for a few seconds.
Ja.
I didn't even know a Sam could do that.
I didn't either. Imagine how I felt.
I'll bet. Death is the only exit, not the most reassuring words to hear. Anyway, thank you, Sam, for saving Ryder's life.
You're welcome, Dr. Anwar.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Und ja, Galli. Jetzt
A
sind
real
wir.
victory. Our Ark back at the Nexus. I'd almost given up hope.
I find things, Callow. My job description's only one word.
It's horrible to think of Solarians in Ket hands, but at least our Pathfinder made it. Thank you, Ryder. I mean it truly. If you ever need a favor, just ask.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I think that PB needs to read a few safety manuals.
Naja.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Yum! Yum!
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model. How power moves. For 2 days.
Das hatten wir
Poor
schon.
O'Connell.
Aber danke. Jetzt fliegen wir weiter. Okay, hier haben wir alles gescannt. Mal kurz die Maus hier befreien. Genau, hier haben wir alles gescannt. Können wir noch eine Stufe zurück. Komm, fliegen wir erstmal zum Nexus und quatschen da mit den ganzen administrativen Persönlichkeiten der verschiedenen Unterbereiche. Der, ich nenne es mal, Proto-Regierung aktuell. Auf zum Nexus. Und wir müssen nur schauen, was mit unserer Journalistenfreundin los ist. Ob es da irgendwelche gravierenden Probleme gibt. Und wenn ja, ob und wie wir eingreifen können. Willkommen beim Nexus. Muss ich mal sagen. Docken wir mal an.
I would like to welcome our Salarian and Asari pilgrims to the Nexus. You've had a long journey, but we're thrilled that your arcs have finally arrived. We ask for patience as we find homes for everyone. To those who doubted the future, the proof stands before you. The Asari and Salarians live, and so does the dream. Ah, there's the hero who made it possible, Pathfinder Ryder. Do you have any words for us?
Sehr gerne. Nein, nicht Flosk. Jetzt muss es emotional und inspirierend sein.
Like Director Tan said, the dream lives. If we all pull together, this can work.
Exactly what I would have said. In fact, I think I did. We all owe Ryder a debt of gratitude. In the meantime, please enjoy whatever comforts the Nexus can offer a weary traveler.
Excuse me.
Ja.
You're the one who saved us.
I am?
Thank you. I don't know what else to say. I'd be dead if it weren't for you.
We all would. Now we have a future.
Es wird aber noch harte Arbeit. Will ich ganz ehrlich sein.
Just don't let your guard down. We're in the wilderness here. We can tame it, but it will fight back.
So will we.
Sehr gut. Hakim.
It's me, Kerry's producer.
Sekunde, ich will noch ganz kurz die aktuellsten Nachrichten, ne? Was Ding schon immer hier? Ach, ich kann nicht in die Ecke rein, wie ärgerlich. Da wäre ich jetzt gerne. In dieser speziellen Ecke, die ich nicht rein kann. Genau da will ich hin. Oh, fuck. Embassy established. An embassy has been established on Aya, marking a major diplomatic success for the initiative. Nexus representatives are now working directly with the Ingara to learn more about both the cluster and the cat. Asari Ark has been recovered in deep space after nearly being destroyed during a cat assault. The Lucinia was mostly evacuated by the time Initiative forces intercepted the Ark in the Walley system. This after the Asari Pathfinder Matriarch Ishara was killed while attempting negotiations with the cat. Spender Court. William Spender, Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs, has been fired after he was caught stealing supplies from the Nexus and smuggling them to exiles. Spender is currently in custody awaiting disciplinary action. Turian Ark recovered. The Turian Ark has been found, but the Turian Pathfinder Macon Barrow was reportedly killed shepherding the Ark planet side. Former Spectre Avitus Riggs is now expected to assume the role of Pathfinder. Salarian Ark located. The Initiative has found the Salarian Ark. Reports suggest the Parcero was intercepted by cat forces in the Tafilo system. Reached for comment, officials refuse to provide any detail on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants, but they do confirm the Salarian Pathfinder survived. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces for potential influx of Salarian settlers. Okay, fuel source found. The human Pathfinder has reactivated a remnant tiller on the shattered planet HO476, securing a reliable source for fuel for initiative ships. The resource deposits will be enough to sustain the fleet for an estimated 300 years. At least that's one problem solved, said Initiative Director Jarun Tan. And not a small one. That is. Nice. Stimmt, auf diesem Planetenfrag.
Hakim, Kerry's producer. Got a sec?
Natürlich.
Hakim, Kerry's producer. I'm the one making you look stunning for the documentary.
Sehr nett, danke.
There's a hitch. Kerry's been arrested for conspiracy to incite unrest. She's in a cell at the militia headquarters. Any chance you could stop by? A visit from you might shake things up.
Ja, selbstverständlich.
Kerry's down in the militia cells. She'd probably love a visit.
Gut. Kurzer Blick auf die Mappe. Nichts Neues. Es ist so gut zu wissen, dass man mit dem Tab-Knopf einfach raus kann aus der Map mit einem Knopf. Unfassbar praktisch.
Still missing some parts. Damn it.
Gehen wir mal alle Sachen hier durch. Okay. Nehmen wir mal mit. Mal mit. Bin ich eigentlich sehr optimistisch, dass ich gute Sachen habe. Jetzt haben wir noch den Salvage, da haben wir auch schon wieder Kohle gemacht. Ah. Einfach, ja. Uninteressant. Uninteressant. Schauen wir mal hier rein. Ich glaube nicht, dass es hier noch irgendwas Großartiges gibt, aber... Ja.
Things are tense around the pub. But not like that first 14 months, thanks to us. I think they raised the drink prices though. Bastards.
Diese Schweine!
One villain at a time, Liam.
Priorities, Pathfinder.
Und Scheiße.
Drinks are fizzing tonight.
Sehr gut. Dann machen wir uns mal auf den Weg zum... Wie auch immer der Bereich heißt, wo ich hin will. Operations. Zur Fabrication irgendwas. Meridian. Oh, stimmt. Ja. Okay, das sind die Missionen. Tasks haben wir, glaube ich, auch noch auf. Schon auf jedem Planeten noch ein bisschen was zu geben. Receiver und Eladan. Ah. Hm. Ein bisschen Kleinkram ist überall noch vorhanden. Können wir aber auf jeden Fall noch einiges abarbeiten. Data Cores. Little Mouse, das war auf... Wie heißt der Planet, wo die Kroganer leben? Aktuell ihre Kolonie aufgesetzt haben. Wenn ich das im Kopf hätte, den Namen, würde ich sagen. Aber das werden wir gleich wissen. Der Planet heißt... Ah, Eladan. Havarl. Havarl ist der Planet, auf dem... Ja, mir seine Mutter vorstellen wollte. Havarl, habe ich gerade verwechselt, genau, mit Eladan. Eladan. Okay, sind wir auf Ayan noch offen? Okay. Genau, Eladan, da war noch vieles offen. Okay. Jetzt haben wir noch einige Sachen vor uns auf Eladan. Könnte vielleicht unser nächstes Anflugsziel werden. Sehr gut möglich. Was sind wir jetzt hier? Okay, genau, das hier wollten wir auch noch machen. Einer, what the fuck, wer fehlt denn da? Ich auf Eier und auf Volt. Überall was los noch. Dann machen wir gleich zu Operations. Let's go.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
Achso, hier drüben will ich hin zu den Zellen.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Sorry, colonists are incoming.
Carrie?
Oh, hey, Ryder.
Hakim said they arrested you over the documentary.
Guess I tweaked the lion's tail too hard.
You had to tell the truth, whatever the cost. You did what was right.
You know, they've had other people in the cells. Rioters, people crying and scared. Me and my truth did that to them.
Das war auch Geschichte.
Imprisoning a vidmaker for her work seems historic. Too bad no one recorded it.
They took my camera, but I was scribbling a few notes. Maybe I could use this. Thanks for coming, Ryder. I'll send word if anything changes.
Okay. Das werde ich tun. Schade, dass man die Arsch von hier aus nicht sehen kann. Stimmt, kein schlechter Anblick. So.
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Of course you approve. Ryder saved your people.
Ryder saved our people. It doesn't matter if they were Solarians. They were citizens of the Initiative.
But it doesn't hurt if there's a few less Krogan around, does it?
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were discussing how things ended with the Archon.
Kesh, it's true I had to leave some Krogan behind. I'm sorry about that.
You've already done your part for us. That's more than I can say for others.
Yet I have to question what we gained, provoking the Archon like this.
Die
He had a
Salarianer.
map showing the location of Meridian.
Und das.
Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
If we do nothing, I guarantee there's a fight coming. The Archon's already studying how to exalt us. It's not pretty.
Still, it's better to focus on the outposts. If the Ket attack, at least our people won't be in one place.
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I'm grateful, Ryder, but I can't support your plan.
Then I will.
Nice.
And so will I.
Nice.
I agree.
Nice.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
What's the matter, Tan? Don't want anyone else overshadowing you?
It's not called the Pathfinder Initiative. The chain of command has to be respected. That is all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way. Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They
What?
said your sister is awake.
Finally!
What?
Go. We'll talk later, in the tech lab.
Wow. Jetzt geht's aber Schlag auf Schlag. So eine gute Entscheidung, erst hierher zu kommen. Eine verdammt gute Entscheidung.
Sarah,
Little brother.
bring it here. Man,
Also
it's
wirklich eine
good to
Entscheidung.
finally see you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad he did. It gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
Not by choice.
From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
The Pathfinder, that's who. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Rider.
Yes, sir. Pathfinder, sir. Oh, who are we kidding? I saw you eat your own boogers when you were 6.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Rix. We have some ideas about Meridian. Come by the tech lab as soon as possible.
Will do.
Alright. Sarah?
Hey.
You're probably wondering how things have been going.
Yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe, too?
Well, the big vote is tomorrow, and I'm here to make sure every comatose patient has their say. Vote Ryder.
Ha ha. So what have you really been up to?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Wow. That all?
Nein.
Nope. There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
Moment! Das war's immer noch nicht. Es geht noch weiter. Es geht noch viel weiter. Oh je, ja. Aber das arbeiten wir jetzt ab, ne? Wird hier die Angara sollte noch erwähnt werden. Unsere freundlichen Alien-Kompagnons. Ja, dass wir mehrere Kolonien geschaffen haben. Sollte vielleicht auch Erwähnung finden. 3 Arschen gerettet ist auch eine Geschichte, die durchaus in 2 Minuten unserer Zeit wert sein sollte. Gehen wir mal ein bisschen was durch. Aber das hat Geheimnisse, das stimmt. Und die werden wir jetzt auch bald hoffentlich noch lüften, die letzten davon. Wer mysteriöse Spender in den Kulissen waren überhaupt. Ich glaube ja, dass irgendwie hier eine Reaper-Flucht stattgefunden hat, als eigentlicher Grund für die Andromeda-Initiative. Wäre jetzt so eine Idee, die mir gerade spontan in meinen Schädel schießt.
You should know. Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Das ist die Frage. Ich habe einige Erinnerungen gesehen.
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner, she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what it all means.
Minida heißt es doch eigentlich, oder?
I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
What about them?
Weiß nicht, alles was so passiert ist?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I've been wondering.
First planet we landed on. There was an atmosphere processor. It was malfunctioning. Dad managed to power it down. Saved us all. But there was an accident. My helmet broke. I couldn't breathe. And then Dad gave me his.
He sacrificed himself.
Only one of us could make it. And he didn't hesitate. He was a hero.
I remember the stories about Dad being an N7. The things people said he did in the military. I guess it was true.
You should have seen him in action. He was incredible.
Good. That's how I'll remember him then.
Nice.
What do you remember about how they met?
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth. She was a scientist working on biotic implants. He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. And failing. But she thought it was charming and struck up a conversation. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had to ask him out.
Our dad, the ladies' man.
Then he went off to fight the first contact war. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Giant space city filled with every kind of alien you could imagine. I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. It was no fair because they could float. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
Ich sehe drüben gerade eine Katze auf dem Balkon gegenüber. Andere Katze, die haben mehr als eine Katze. Was für gute Menschen. Sorry. Mom's work.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer, helping people cope by designing implants. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from ESO exposure.
Hat so ein bisschen was Marie Curie-mäßiges.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second. I looked around for her. Then I remembered.
Dad talked about her before we left on our first mission.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't the same after she was gone.
At least they're together now.
So ist es wohl.
Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay. We could still be on Earth for all I know. But yeah, before we went into stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least the idea of it.
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a special exoarchaeology unit, fully funded and sanctioned by the Alliance. My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts and learn whatever we could from them. If things hadn't gone sour, it would have been a great life.
What was wrong with how things really were?
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure I'll ever fill the hole she left. And Dad, it hurt him more than he let on. Plus, his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying to save her, and maybe the Initiative looked the other way, but the Alliance didn't. After they discharged him, whenever people found out I was his daughter, door slammed in my face. Being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Wie wahr. Und dann schlaft mal ein bisschen, Schwester. Man sieht sich.
Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
True,
it won't be much longer.
At least take some pictures of Meridian for me. I can pretend I was there.
Mach ich. So, Doktor.
I'm glad to see you and your sister back together finally.
Es hat ganz schön gedauert.
Now that she's awake, What's the prognosis?
Everything looks good. Sarah's a fighter. Her recovery had more to do with that than anything I did. Though we need to keep her around for observation. Give her time to recover.
Sehr gut.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
I'll be here if
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Sorry. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. Oh Gott. Nee, ich will schon zum... Wo will ich hin? Operations will ich nicht hin. Docking Bay will ich nicht. Ich will hier hin, oder? Ich glaube, ich will hier hin.
Nexus exiles find a home as former security are implicated